What's good with YouTube? You already know, Big Flacco. This is Felons to Men podcast, man, and we got a little interesting topic I'm gonna be discussing today, man. Before we start, please hit subscribe, comment, hit the like, support the algorithm, man. Share this channel on social media, man, or those that you feel may need this, man, because a lot of these topics are a little bit different outside the prison genre channels that I do on other channels. You know, the topics I cover there. These are more about things that are going to help people out there in the streets in life, and the things that you may experience, overcome, or have to go through. You know, life's a perpetual struggle. And what I mean by that is no matter what you accomplish, achieve, the progress you make, there's always going to be new hurdles, new obstacles that are going to present themselves, man. And we need to realize that upon coming home as felons, ex-convicts, and so forth, man. Not felons, ex-felons, convicts who are rehabilitated and want to contribute to society, that these are the realities of things. And that's why this topic is really important. You're going to come across a lot of people nowadays because of your background history. If they find out you've been to prison, they see certain tattoos that maybe stereotype you, that maybe prejudge you based upon you having either a certain look, rumors they hear on the streets, you know, whatever it may be. There's always some type of gossip that goes on in the streets or anywhere. That's just life. And you know, sometimes you may have to encounter situations to where you're being discriminated against based upon that. Whether it's something you can prove or not, it's going to occur. And how do we have to deal with that? What should we do? Well, first and foremost, you know, if you don't have a solid case to prove or validate any of your gripes, that you've been mistreated, you've been violated, they've discriminated against you, then you really have nothing more to do than move forward, man. And what I mean by that is you can't give anybody control over your life by their actions, by how they look at you. You know, there's enough people in today's society that will give you a chance. You know, and this is what I've always said about anything in life. Whether you're a fucking criminal or whether you're a person who's rehabilitated, whether you're working for the church, you're starting a nonprofit, or you're out there hustling on a regular job, play your position. And what I mean by that is play the cards that have been dealt to you, but never sit on your laurels. Never sit there content. Never become complacent. Never stagnate if you want to grow more and evolve in life. And what I mean by that is when opportunities present themselves, capitalize on them. You know what I'm saying? You know, work hard, show good ethic, prove society wrong. I mean, those in society that want to deem you as an outcast, as a degenerate to society, prove them that you can be even a harder worker than the average man. And see, that's what I used to do a lot of times. I at one time was working two jobs. I was working at Home Depot at night, and I was working doing waterproofing in the morning and daytime. I was working about 60 to 70 hours a week, and it was tiring. It was bust ass, but I did it though, you know. And I every job I've ever had in my life, I felt the need to have to work a lot harder than the next man just to prove my worth and to show people that I'm just not some just naive, ignorant individual, you know. And I've been able to achieve a lot anytime I put that work ethic and not let what others may perceive me as be an excuse, because there are going to be those that they may overlook you for a position. They may give it to somebody else. They may show favoritism. The same stuff that happens behind the walls that people talk about with prison politics is the same thing that's going to happen out there in the streets, man. Except for you don't have to react the way. You can still go home every night. You can still make a change. You can find your own solution. And that's what it comes down to, is not letting things offset you, get you off your hinges to where you start making choices and decisions that aren't going to be beneficial for your future. You know, I was at one job and I was experiencing something similar to that, man. And, you know, I felt that, you know, that certain people were being favoritized because of how I looked. And I actually had a conflict at a work where I told a coworker to go fuck herself because she was disrespectful. And they actually felt that other people had done similar type of actions and they did not get fired. I actually got laid off for it because they said I was intimidating. I made a threat. How the hell did I make a threat? Because I'm 6'5"? She was being a bitch. I even actually apologized to her afterwards because I was in recovery at the time and made amends. And still, though, the repercussions still followed me. And I always felt that maybe I was perceived as someone, you know, and that's the only job I've ever been fired from. It was at fucking Home Depot, you know, and the managers there loved me, you know what I'm saying? But they had to follow procedure. You know, the one that actually, and the funny thing about it was the manager that did it was a fucking North Daniel, an ex-North Daniel, you know what I'm saying? which I kind of found kind of interesting that, he didn't even give me no type of, show me the type of love or anything like that from the past. There was no favoritism, you know what I mean? I was out, you know what I'm saying? Because there was one particular individual who was part of the Met team, which is a whole different branch that doesn't work in the store as far as a position, but they work at different locations. They go do the merchandise. Therefore, he heard it, so he pressed the issue. You know what I'm saying? And those are the things that you may experience that you have to always remember that you have to prove everybody wrong who doubts you. You know what I mean? Not everybody's going to sit there and say, okay, I give him the benefit of the doubt. He looks good. No, you're going to have to show by actions, man. Actions always speak louder than words. So walk that walk, talk that talk. Their dad posted a video on their channel about me having to give a speech at a parenting conference where there was, I think there was about 30, 40 parents there that night, but there was more in the group. And it was one of the most awesome things that I got to experience because I was the parent that was picked out of all these parents. They picked me to do it. And so I went up there and gave a speech on behalf of the parents and what we learned and so forth. And I wrote it out. And, those are things that you accomplish when you start to show people through your actions and work ethics, and they see what type of person you are, what type of parent you are, what type of man you are, woman. People are going to have a whole different type of perspective eventually. Sometimes people have different layers. You have to peel those layers back. Sometimes they put these little hurdles in your way. You have to jump over those hurdles. You have to go through the hoops and everything, man. But don't ever let it be the excuse for you to succumb to old behaviors. That's the main thing as ex-felons, right? That we know a whole different lifestyle from before. Many of us were in the game, whether it was gang banging, many of us were selling dope, whatever it may have been. Maybe many of us were drug addicts. And it's so easy to go back to those old behaviors based upon the stuff that comes up in front of us that we make an excuse that, oh, the society is prejudging me. Oh, they won't want to give me a chance. No. That's where you have to stand and prove them wrong, man. Utilize your resources. Utilize, like I always say, surround yourself with those that have just as much to lose as you, who are going to only contribute something positive to your thinking. They're not going to tell you to go do this or do that or fuck the system. They're going to tell you, like, look, man, we know what we did. We made some mistakes. And we know for the rest of our lives, there's going to be those at times that are going to judge us. Get over it. Let's prove these motherfuckers wrong. And that's the type of attitude you have to have, man. Because if not, you're empowering everybody else against you, and you're proving their point right. That's the thing. It's about proving motherfuckers wrong. Those that stand against your advancement towards equal justice in society and being able to live a normal life, you got to sit there and prove these motherfuckers wrong, man. Excuse my language, but this is just real shit. So I've gone through that shit. I've been in relationships, where the in-laws are sitting there looking at me like, who the hell is this dude? Look at his tattoos. Oh, he got a teardrop. You know what I'm saying? I've stepped into places where like, oh, you're a big dude, man. I wouldn't want to be around you. I hear these comments. And so, part of that I did to myself by the person I used to be. I wasn't a good individual. I was a criminal. I was a gangster. I was a thug. I was all that, man. Even though I never took actions towards regular civilians in society because I felt that was a cowardice act, I was not a good person, though. And so maybe my look and persona at times, I did that to myself. Nobody told me I had to put a teardrop in my face. Nobody told me I had to go shoot this dude. Nobody told me I had to sell drugs. Nobody said I had to join a prison gang. These are things I did upon myself, man. And it's up to me to redeem myself and not let things falter and fuck me up from what the aim is, which is to be a better human being, man. And I still go through shit, man. You know what I'm saying? On my other channel, I've gone through a lot of stuff on YouTube, man, where I've been attacked unjustly, where I've had people I don't know who to believe or trust, and I still withstood all that shit, and I still did the best of my ability to maintain being who I am, because it's easy to go back out there and just fucking pop that gun and just be like this. It's nothing, man. I've been doing that shit my whole life. You know what I'm saying? And, I know what I'm capable of, but I also know my potential too. And I'm not going to limit my potential just because, there's those out there that don't think I'm worthy. You got to tell yourself every day that you're a worthy individual, that you can be something, and set goals that are realistic and knock them out one at a time. This is what people don't tell you in all these seminars and all these fucking Wes Watson shit, man. And this is the most fucking realist thing this is the most realist statement I can tell you. When the opportunity presents itself, capitalize. Capitalize. You can't push your narrative. You can't push what you want always. You can try your best, but sometimes you're gonna maybe exhaust yourself. Keep on striving, but when the opportunity is present, don't fucking sit on your laurels and not let nothing happen. Do what you got to do. Take the initiative. Push that shit forward, man. And that's why I've always been able to do things that when people count me down and out, I step my game up and I fucking push even harder. But I wait till that opportunity where something presents itself and I go, bam, capitalize. I'm winning. Anyways, Fearless Men podcast, I'm trying to push a little bit more content, trying to get this channel going, man, and trying to have more of a positive message. Some of the stuff on the other channels could be negative at times, but it's also, I think, life-serving for those that need to hear some of those stories. That said, your boy Flacco, Fearless Men podcast, a rato.